Hey guys, here we are again at the threshold of an unboxing. Are you ready for this? All right. So I've been a big fan of modeling. Not huge. I love my tube amps, but the Kemper is just a little too much money for me, and Axe Effects it's just a little maybe too steep for me as well. So Helix last year, or this year, yeah, I think it was last year, Line 6 released the Helix LT, which is like their lower end Helix, just has a few less ins and outs and just some cosmetic things on the floorboard. So that's what we're opening today. So I have my knife, getting this thing open. Maybe Sweetwater did a good job packaging this. And I just got it the other day. I just haven't even had time to even open it. So we're doing an unboxing video and first impression. So probably plug it in. I don't even know what is going to happen here. So hopefully it works. Oh, there we go. Okay. And if you've ever ordered from Sweetwater, you get their buyer's guide, which is like a thick manual of just gear lust. Put that right there. And you get candy because it's Sweetwater. So my kids will probably eat that. And you get like a little thank you letter from your sales rep and the owner of Sweetwater. And a open carefully notice. And then inside this box is the Helix box, which I kind of knew that, but I can't even get it out. All right. There goes the Sweetwater box. Okay, so let's see if this thing's taped shut. Should be. Where does it open from? Looks like it opens from here. Oh, gotcha. It slides out. It slides out like this. Don't want to cut myself. Well, that's a good way to do it. No untaping of boxes. Put that over here. There is one little piece of tape, but it looks like Sweetwater either opened it to make sure everything was kosher, or I'm not sure. So USB, maybe the software that runs Helix comes on this. Don't want to lose that. And this is your, looks like your USB cable. I can't tell because the plastic's too thick. Yeah, USB cable for hooking up Helix to the software. All right. Quick start guide. Oh, I should mention I have a Variax guitar, so this is going to be kind of cool to see what the Variax does with the Helix. Let's put that back here. Power cord. All right. It's a little much. It's kind of heavy. I mean, I guess I was expecting it to be pretty heavy, but not quite as heavy as my pedal board, but it's pretty heavy. But apparently, supposedly, the modeling in this is so good that I could just take this to a show, power cable, and plug it in. So, there it is. Helix LT. So we got an expression pedal, guitar in, and two effects, sends and returns, XLR outs, ground lift, left mono and right, 1/4 inch outs, headphone jack, the Variax input, and a digital output, and 2 MIDI outs and a USB out, then your power. So quite a bit of stuff still. So okay, so let's get this going here. Power cord. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. My day's been pretty long, but I can't complain. So we just got to find a place to plug this in. All right. Got 2 cables here. This is a way quick plug in and see what kind of sounds we're getting type of video. Okay. I might have to grab the little instruction guide. So just FYI, I have no idea what I'm doing. So we are going to power this thing up, which I believe it was on this side. There it is. I'm just going to go out of the 1/4 inch outs into my mixer. Right there, mono. Let's make sure we're not going to peak anything. Then we're going to go, this one's the input. First amp that comes up is called the US double NRM. So, oh, there's a guitar over here already plugged in. So let's see what happens here. Don't have any idea what's going on right now. No volume. Oh. D. Guitar in. Ah. It's loud. Turn it down a little bit. Okay, so clean amp. Let's do this. This one says it's a plexi. I need a pick. Don't really, but I'd like one. So that was reverb from my board, actually. That's what it sounds like. Hey guys, so it's been a couple weeks, maybe longer, since I picked up the Helix. Played it out a couple times and done a little bit of recording with it. And so far I can say I like it. But I wanted to, there's a million videos about how to set up a sound in Helix. I just wanted to go over some of the sounds I've been able to set up with only having it like a week or so. Some of these I've taken the stock presets and just edited them, and some I haven't. Some I've started from scratch. So the first one I wanted to do is I've always been kind of a Mesa Lone Star fan of that amp because of Andy Timmons and just how delicious it sounds. So they have the Lone Star amp in this, and the cab emulations in Helix are actually pretty good. I've heard a lot of different things about that they're just not good enough, this and that. We'll discuss that later. Anyway, this is my Lone Star patch, and as you can see down here, I have several things set up. Every button is a different effect or some kind of parameter that I'm adjusting. So we'll start with, this is just the amp, dry by itself. And if I go to the amp, you can see that I'm on, it says it has 66.8 drive. So let's turn on the compressor, and I have like a LA2A, or sorry, 1176, I think, type compressor on. So that's with the compressor on. And then, of course, I set up a reverb, which is this, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Put it on the humbuckers. And then I've got a delay assigned. And I'm not going to complain about the Line 6 effects. They are pretty rad. Then I set up like a mid-beat boost EQ, which I think is this. Yep. Just kind of if you want that whole cut through the mix thing. It's not quite wah, cocked wah sound, but it's pretty close. Has a little bit of that in there. And then just for a delay, I've got the valve driver, which I don't remember what Line 6 says this emulates, but this is what it sounds like on. And as I was going through setting up this sound, I was like, well, what's a way that I can, if I'm playing this out live, what's a way that I can boost the volume for a solo? And you can actually just set up one of these buttons as a volume boost. And it looks like I have it set like way too hot. So I'm going to try just 3 dB, see if you guys can tell a difference. This is without the boost. This is with it on. Without. So just basically it's just a volume, like turning your volume pedal up without using your volume pedal, which is kind of nice. So that is my Mesa Lone Star patch. And the next one I did is I called it Brit Bish. And you can understand why. So and if you know anything about the Helix interface, these two things that look like speakers here are the actual cabs. So on this sound, I have 2 cabs set up, and then I blended them. So let me get rid of some of the effects. So let's turn the delay off and the reverb. And so what's really nice is I can have that set up. So if I go over to the cab, I'm using over here, I don't know if you can see this on the screen, but it says it's a ribbon mic, a 421. And then the other cab, if I go down, oh, not a ribbon mic, a dynamic mic 421, sorry. And then the ribbon mic on the other cab. They're 2 different kind of cabinets. One says it's like a kind of a vintage 412 cabs, and the other cab I have a 121 ribbon mic, which I'm guessing is like the Royer ripoff type sound. And then you can mess with the different cab, like early reflection, to make it sound like more like it was in a room when it was recorded, which really helps the cabs, I think, for the Helix itself to sound more authentic. If you don't have the early reflection on, I think it doesn't sound quite as real. That stuff, any of this stuff helps just mold the sound of the cabs, which I think is one of the biggest things you can do in Helix to make it sound more real, is get good cab sounds. Anyway, on the Brit channel I have again a compressor set up, a delay, tube screamer type sound. And I took this patch right here, and I also have the volume boost set up. Which that's so nice. I actually took this out and gigged with just this patch and did a whole set. So I think we played like maybe 12 songs. But this is all I used, you know, and we did stuff like Radar. Or I can't remember how Radar Love goes anymore. That was a whole week ago. Anyway, that's me faking my way through the Radar Love solo. Anyway, that's my like Marshall type patch for Helix, which I really dig. And I actually, this is interesting, I put the compressor at the end of the chain, which I don't normally do. And the only reason on this patch is I wanted to make it sound like a studio recording coming out of the PA speakers, or for when I'm recording. I don't know, it just has that album sound already, which that's kind of what Helix does, unless you set it up differently. Okay, so moving on. Let me move over to this sound right here called Country Tones. And let's switch guitars real quick. Mute this. So one of the things about Helix is it has I don't know what I have on right now, so I'm going to turn some stuff off. EQ. Compressor is on. All right, so it kind of has some, I mean, I can get pretty close to some country sounds using the Helix. And I was kind of going for that whole Brad Paisley, Dr. Z amp thing, and Helix has that amp in here. I don't remember exactly what model of amp it is. I think it's like the Route 66, something like that. So we've got a little reverb here. Let's see. I don't know if this isn't. I don't play country as much as I used to, but this was kind of a nice patch just to have for that old school twangy thing. And I also set another volume boost up. And distortion, so if you want to just get some cranking tones too. country tones patch. Anyway, I like it. I haven't been able to play any country with Helix yet out live, but I think for the studio and for, I mean, eventually I will play in a little country band. So anyway, next patch, I wanted to show you this. This is what kind of, I was okay with the cab sounds in Helix, but I kept reading about the cab IRs, impulse responses. And I have hooked this up to my computer and done all that kind of editing. Let's switch this back over to this other guitar. But I ended up downloading the Ownhammer 412 cab IRs, and if I can remember what patch that is on. Let me look. Oh, I think it's on this one right here. Yeah, so here we go. So this is excuse me. I apologize. This is the Ownhammer cabs IRs. Turn it down a little bit. And the nice thing about these is they're pretty editable. You can pick different impulse responses that have like different mic positions, and I think they do sound a little bit more authentic. But I've got two of these set up here, and I've blended them both. We'll just pick a couple here, different IR. You guys can let me know what you think. Let's just add a little bit of reverb. Reverb. And I don't remember what amp I have set up for this, so let's go back and look. It's the matchless amplifier. So, I mean, this gives you an idea of some of the effects in Helix. You can change all this stuff, make it sound different. I mean, you can get crazy with it. Anyway, cab IRs. Let's add a little delay to it, and let's put it on the neck pickup, and we'll play a little bit and see what you guys think of this. Boost on this. There's a looper on Helix, and I don't really know how to use it that well yet, so we're going to try looping something real quick and see what we get. Just something simple. Here we go. sorry guys, this was kind of a long video. My thoughts on Helix. Best modeling product, effects product I have used so far. I have not used the Kemper or Axe FX. But I think this is an all-in-one solution if you are wanting to take it out and use it live. It's just all set up on the floor. There's not, you don't got to get a separate pedal board or controller. And I think Axe FX does have a version of that. But this is just one of those products that I think really hit the nail on the head as far as just editing and molding your sound and just how versatile it is. I mean, I've taken it out live so far. I've recorded with it. Everything. I don't have any problems with it. I'm just really enjoying it. If you like to tweak, you have so much control. But also, if you don't want to tweak, it's really easy just to set up a sound and just go for it. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate comments. If you have any questions about Helix or any other products that I've reviewed, just send me a message or leave comments. And have a glorious, excellent rest of your day. Thanks.